Hey guys, welcome back. We're jumping right into this look as usual. I'm starting off with this shade Butterscotch from NYX, and I'm just applying that using a nice fluffy brush for my transition color. Next, I'm going into the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette, and I'm taking the shade Morocco, and I'm going to place this right below the yellow shade that I just applied. And I'm going back in with that same brush that I used before just to blend out any harsh edges. Then I'm going into the shade Kenya from the same palette, and I'm going to apply this using a little bit of a smaller brush right onto the crease. Next, I'm taking Noir from Anastasia, and I'm going to apply this onto the outer corners and take this into the crease as well. I'm using a smaller brush because I didn't want this look to be too smoky. I kind of wanted the orange and the yellow to still kind of peek through, so I feel like using a smaller brush kind of makes it a little bit more concentrated. But I'm going back in with that same brush that I used before to apply Kenya just to blend out any harsh edges. Then I'm going to go ahead and start cutting my crease using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. The shade is Ginger, and I'm using a small little lip brush to do this. This is one of my favorite brushes to use to cut my crease, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and just make sure you take your time in this part so that way you have a nice crisp line. Then I'm going to go into the Magic palette by Juvia's Place, and with the shade Aja, I'm going to place that directly onto the lid area. I'm not going to fill in the entire lid. I'm going to kind of leave a little bit of space open on the inner portion of the lid, and I'm going to be filling that in next using a different color. So that empty gap that I have there, I'm going to use the shade Buzo from the same palette and place that onto that inner part of the lid area using a pencil brush. So now that the lid is filled in, I'm going to go ahead and start applying my glitter. I'm using the NYX Glitter Primer first just to give my glitter something to stick onto. And the glitter that I'm using is from Cake Your Face Official. It's in the shade Hunt Him Down. This is my favorite company to get glitters from. Their glitters are so pretty, so definitely check them out. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and apply my primer and then just press this glitter down. Then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the skin. I'm starting off using the MAC Strobe Cream. I haven't used this product in a really long time, but I really like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that and use that as a primer for today. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation in the shade Classic Tan. I kind of wanted my skin to look more like skin for today versus like having like a full coverage look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that using my Sigma F80 brush. And don't judge me, when I took off my headscarf to apply my foundation, I think I had it on the wrong side. So I have like little creases in my forehead from my headscarf. So don't judge. But next I'm gonna go into my concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape per usual in the shade Tan. I'm applying that onto the under eyes, nose. I tried highlighting my nose this time and I still don't like the way it looked, so I'm just gonna go back next time to how I typically highlight my nose. I just gave it a try for today just to see if I liked it, but it's still a no, sis. Like, I don't know why, but when I highlight and contour my nose, it just never looks good for me, so we just gonna go back to our normal activities next time. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and blend that out using a small little Real Technique sponge. Now it's time to contour. I'm using the Anastasia Cream Contouring Kit in the shade Deep. I'm taking these two shades and just going over all the places that I'm looking to contour. So hollows of the cheeks, a little bit on the forehead, and I'm gonna blend that in using a Morphe E7 brush. Then I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye concealer using the Benign Banana powder as usual. I'm making sure to only use a very small amount of this. I don't want too much powder underneath my eyes because I do have dry under eyes. So a little bit of this goes a really long way. Once I'm done dusting off all that excess powder, I'm gonna go into the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and very, very lightly, I'm gonna go over my contour to deepen it up a little bit more and to set it. That way my contour lasts a lot longer throughout the day and it's not moving anywhere. Then I'm using blush for the first time in forever. Oh my gosh, I never use blush. This is like one of the few times that I actually did. But this is Peach Twist by MAC, and I'm just applying that using a Real Techniques blush brush. Moving back to the eyes, I'm going back into that shade Morocco from the Nubian 2 palette from Juvia's Place. And I'm just gonna apply that using a fluffy brush to start smoking out the lower lash line. Then I'm going into the shade Kenya, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use Noir to finish off the eyeshadow for that lower lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lash primer now just to prep for my mascara. And while that's drying, I'm gonna use my NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Milk and apply that into the inner corner to prep for the eyeshadow that I'm gonna put on top of that. And that shade is called Thrash from the Urban Decay Electric palette. I kind of wanted to do something different for the inner corner versus like my typical like using like my highlighter or whatever. So I figured like a nice like neon green would look really cool with this look. I feel like it came out pretty cool. So after that, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara now that my lash primer is dry. I'm using the MAC Studio Sculpt mascara for my lower lashes. After I'm done with that, I'm going to apply my falsies. I'm using 2 pairs of false lashes today. These are the Ardell Double Ups in the style 206 and the Lily Lashes in the style Carmel. Then I'm gonna spritz my skin using the Slay by Casey Highlighter Setting Spray. This has been a favorite of mine lately because it just gives your skin this gorgeous glow. And right before that dries, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my highlighter. I'm using Prosecco Pop from the Jaclyn Hill and Becca Cosmetics palette, but they do have this highlighter in a single pan now, I believe. So if you're looking for it in a single pan, they do have it there just in case you don't have the Jaclyn Hill palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on my lips. I'm using Cork by MAC. This is my favorite lip liner of all time for nude lips. So I'm just gonna line my lips using that. And then I'm taking the Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Expose, another favorite of mine. It's like the perfect peachy nude shade. And I'm just gonna pat that in using my fingers. I feel like I get a really good blend like into my lip liner, like using like that patting motion. Next, I'm using gloss. I'm just taking this kind of shimmery gold gloss from Bare Minerals and then topping it off with some Jouer Lip Topper in Skinny Dip, and this look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all the lovely comments that you guys have been giving me. I am so happy you guys have been liking these videos, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.